How are you? How are you doing? How is your body? How is your spirit? How is your soul? I hope you're fighting regardless of the challenges we are going through during this time. I hope you're not giving up regardless of what life throws at you, that you keep finding reason to keep pushing. I just wanted to talk on this subject. What do you do when you've run out of options? Yeah, what do you do when you've run out of options? Your job has left you. You are the top of your career, you still feel empty. The person that you loved so dearly has left you. A family member that you love so dearly suddenly dies. The people that you've sacrificed your life trying to help them finally turn their back on you. Your friends suddenly become your worst enemy. Your plan B, plan A, plan C to plan Z all failed. You've tried the drugs, you've tried the alcohol, you've tried the sex, you've taken as many vacations as possible, but you still feel empty. And for some reason you feel like you've come to the finish line. You're at the rock bottom. You wear your makeup every day. You go out, you smile, and people think that life is good, but inwardly you're suffering, you're struggling, you can't sleep at night. You're on antidepressant. I want you to know that there is hope. It doesn't have to end here. But are you willing to surrender? Are you willing to pause and reevaluate your life? Are you willing to understand that, you know what? There is a bigger purpose for your life than all these other external things that you're trying to find fulfillment in. Are you willing to pause and look within? You've tried outside and nothing is working. So why don't you try inside? Why don't you look within yourself right now and call out the God within you? Because truth to the matter is, everything will leave you, everything will fail, everything, your own very life will leave you in the end, but God will not. So why don't you hang on to Him? You feel ashamed, you feel betrayed, you feel so many kinds of emotions. But I want you to know, regardless of how bad you feel your situation is, God is always willing and ready to receive you just as you are. I want you to know that you matter in the eyes of God. That is why you're alive. You still, as long as you got breath in your lungs, that God still wants you here for a bigger purpose. If you're willing to surrender and let Him use you, if you're willing to let Him reinvent you, to let Him redefine you and give you a new purpose. Yeah, you've probably gone through a traumatic childhood. Probably you've gone through a traumatic situation. You feel like life has been unfair. I understand that feeling of resentment, bitterness. You need to take all of that to Him. Because I sitting here, I can't help you with that. There are things that you're struggling with that you can't even tell anybody around because you feel they will judge you, they will call you names, or they cannot even understand. Some of the things are even inexplicable because you can't really put them to words. The feelings and the emotions that you feel inside, you cannot express. I've been there too. But I want you to know that if you take this to God, you'll be surprised at the miracles. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to try to correct things. Yes, it's okay to accept that you've made so many mistakes. But that is what makes you all the way human. At least you tried. And now that you tried and failed, why don't you come to God and let him help you? And sometimes people think come to God is a whole thing. You need to pray, you need to go and do this, you need to do that. No, it's just that simple prayer like, God, that prayer of desperation. God, I can't do this on my own. Help me. You know, few weeks ago, about a month now, I was in a situation where I literally felt I was going to die. I was in so much agony as in emotional pain. I'm still struggling to recover from the passing on of my mom, and I am back in this country. Life is not going as I thought it should. Things become complicated, and everything basically I've planned has gone south. And I felt like I had no other option. I literally was so that it was a Friday, I remember, and I didn't leave my room. I stayed in my room from morning to the next day, Saturday. And while I was in my room, I was contemplating all kinds of stuff. And if I tell you that I didn't contemplate suicide, I'm lying. I did. You know, sometimes I put on this facade like everything is going on well. You know, we post on social media, we go out, we eat, but people don't understand the pain we're dealing with. People don't understand our struggles. People don't understand the things that you cannot explain. So when I'm telling you, asking this question is because I've also been there. And I remember that night as I was sleeping, I had a dream. In this dream, I saw a pastor. This is a pastor that I haven't spoken to for over 5 years. He was like a mentor to me. So in this dream, I was in my hometown. I bypassed him. He was going up. We bypassed each other. I'm standing in my old primary school. On my right is a brewery company. On my left is the school. And I turned and looked behind. Where him and I bypassed, he was standing there, as if he knew that I was going to go and turn and come back to him. And when I looked back, I saw that he was standing there waiting for me. I went. And once I got closer to him, he held my hands and he told me, like, bro, I want you to know that whatever you're going through, everything will be okay. Don't give up. Keep fighting. And once I heard that, I woke up from my dream. And I don't want to go into so much details of what has happened, what has been going on. That is a story for another day. But I woke up knowing fully well that help was on the way. That God is making a way even when my back is against the wall and I feel like life is over. That God is telling me that, Tchewa, I'm about to do a new thing in your life. All I want you to do is surrender and trust me. And when I tell you that I woke up that morning feeling revived, feeling refreshed, burst into tears, cried my lungs out, cried a river. I'm a crier, by the way. When it comes to crying, no. When I have to cry, I take time and cry. It's just that I don't let people, if I don't trust you, you can't see my tears. I cried so badly to the point where my eyes were so red, so red. Like I was even ashamed now to leave my room because people were gonna ask like, hey, what's up? Are you okay? What's going on? So, but why was I crying? It was the love of God that made me to cry. I was crying because I was like, wow, in spite of my weaknesses, in spite of my failures, in spite of my shortcomings, in spite of all the things, the vile things I've said about God, I didn't even believe, I didn't want to have anything to do with God, he still cares and loves me to the point where he will come to my dream and talk to me and encourage me and tell me that help is on the way. And let me tell you, help did come. Like I tell you again, is a testimony for another time of how much God has done in my life within a month. When I decided to say, you know what, I am tired of fighting this on my own, I surrender, help me. Are you in that position where you've tried everything you can and nothing is working? Are you in that position? Help is on the way. God is standing right next to you. I've tried everything. When I say I've tried everything, it means that I started in the church, I left the church, I went to start ancestral worshiping, go to the village and did one. I went to do the voodoo, I went to the pygmies. I've tried it all. And guess what? I'm coming back to tell you that there is nothing out there. For me, Tchewa talking to you right now, it is Jesus for me, because that is what really works for me. And I'm not here to convince you otherwise. If you've tried everything like me and it hasn't worked, maybe it's time. Come give Jesus a try and watch the miracles in your life. He will wash you from every filth. He will show you the way. He will guide you. He will reinvent you. He will give you a new purpose. He will give you a new meaning. And that joy that surpasses human understanding, that deep internal joy, oh, tell me about it. He's going to give that to you. And the people around you who saw you struggle, who called you names, who thought yours was life has come to an end, they'll be so shocked. If you're in that position, you've tried everything, you feel empty, I just want you to go to God. Just cry out, God, please help me. He never left you. He has never left you. And the truth is, while you were yet sinner, Christ died for you. Not that you love God, but that God loved you and died for you. Are you willing to surrender? And when I talk of surrender, it's not the surrender of now people need to tell you don't do this, don't do that, because I know some of us, why we ran from the church was also the judgmental spirit that some Christians do have. I'm telling you I'm not telling you to invite you to church. I'm telling you to have an encounter with Jesus. And once you have that encounter with him, he will connect you with the right people that will help you on this journey called life. I'm not here to preach church to you. I'm not telling you that you need to leave now and just go and find a church. And no, that's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that you need a relationship with Jesus. And I trust that once you have that relationship with him, he himself will direct you and tell you what to do. I've tried it all. My family can bear witness. My friends can bear witness. Oh, you needed to go on my Facebook and see the things that I've said. You know, when you read books, pride comes in. You think that you've reached the peak of the world in knowledge that holds no ground. And then God just look at you and smile. I know what rock bottoms look like. But guess what? You will learn lessons that mountain tops will never teach you. I don't know what your desires are. I don't know what the pain you're going through. I don't know the situation you're going through. I don't know. And maybe I may not even have the right words, but God does. Take it to him. Go down on your knees. Cry out. And watch God do miracle. Watch the hand of God upon your life. You will never be the same again. I hope you stay blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And may God, in His power and might, reveal Himself to you. I love you. God bless you.